Oh man, you can totally see her tail. Oh, Ume. Alright, this is normally Ume's sleeping spot, and I don't want to kick her out. Oh my god, what a precious baby. Okay, she's just gonna have to lay there. Hajimemashite means nice to meet you, essentially. I'm sorry, my cat's now moving in the back. Now you're gonna leave. Get the fuck out. Konnichiwa minasan, and welcome back to my channel. And if you are new, hello and hajimemashite. Hajimemashite basically means nice to meet you. Today I wanted to talk about what my experience at Anime Expo was like this year, because it was pretty different. This was my first time ever being a guest at Anime Expo, and there's a lot I want to talk about, and I have a lot of footage, so here is what it was like to be a guest at Anime Expo. I want to start off by thanking Anime Expo and the event staff, because anybody who was directly involved with the guests were absolutely incredible. They knew everything like the back of their hand. They knew every panel room. They could tell you exactly how to get there from like which exit. They knew everything about you, which was really nice. And they even knew every single press circuit, so you were never lost and you never not knew what to do. Anime Expo even had a completely separate check-in concierge for us, so we didn't have to check in with the hotel whatsoever, and we were able to just privately go up to our rooms. It was just fantastic. So thank you so much, everybody from Anime Expo. You guys were just wonderful. You made me feel so special. It was great. Thank you. The only criticism I have would be the shuttle situation. It was very difficult to understand how to get the shuttle from the convention center itself, but the hotel is only like a 20-minute walk, which means it's about like a 4 to 5 minute car ride, and every time we took the shuttle, it would always take like 30 minutes, and then sometimes we would get stuck at this like back special entrance area for safety reasons again, but then we would have to wait for a handler or an escort to come and get us, and it was just not the smoothest, but that was literally it. Like, that's not really a huge problem. I walked back all the time with Mike, and I mean, if I didn't want to wait for a shuttle, I'm still super grateful for them. I don't mean to be like complaining about it whatsoever. I just mean that's the only criticism I have, is that the shuttle takes 30 minutes. That's it. That's it. Yeah, seriously, everything was perfect. The hotel room was amazing. It was so big, and the ceiling was so tall, and the view was amazing. And actually, because we checked in on July 4th, we could see fireworks. It was beautiful. And the bathroom was glorious as well. It was so big, and there was a full tub, and that really matters to me because I love taking baths. And we even got this little welcome kit, which was so cute and thoughtful. And okay, let me show you how awesome this charger actually is. So it's a portable charger, and I was just like, okay, cool, that makes sense, especially because it's for like a convention. Oh, how smart. Huh, even better. So you turn it on, oops, and look, it's all you have to do is you just boop, and it's charging. It's one of those. It's one of those not have to plug in anything, you know? It's awesome. Thank you. This was friggin' dope. So on day 0, which is check-in day, I did a series of press junkets on varying platforms to help promote Anime Expo and to be generally interviewed about what you do. And after I was done, I went out and hung out with Crunchyroll because it was Hime's party, and I made a very late appearance to the guest reception party, which was a total mistake on my part, as all the Japanese producers and directors were there, but they were drunk and I didn't know how to behave, so I left. And then day 1 was my first panel, and this was the first panel that I was ever fully and completely in charge of. On the site it actually says Reina Scully panel, but I didn't really want it to be completely about me. I imagined a bunch of different things that I could do, like maybe a very curated translating Q&A, or maybe just like a very, I don't know, like maybe even an Anime Club Super live with Will, but nothing was really landing perfectly for me. Then I got a call that Crunchyroll didn't have a placement for our Anime Academy panel, which I was going to be a part of anyway, so we decided to join forces and present it during my panel time. This was so serendipitous, and I couldn't have asked for a better solution. This series means the world to me. It is easily one of the proudest things I've ever made in my whole life. So to be able to present it with Crunchyroll, with Evan and Victoria, with all these beautiful assets and graphics put together by our team was just so meaningful to me, and the room filled up. I didn't think it would, but so many of you showed up and watched the whole thing and asked great questions. Thank you so much for coming to this. My favorite thing was towards the end, towards the Q&A portion, when a bunch of people came up and actually told me that you show this during your anime clubs, either at your high schools or your universities. That blew my mind. It blasted my mind. It made me so happy. Thank you so much for bringing that special new extra joy into my life. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm super sorry. That was probably a little bit boring, but Anime Academy is a series that Crunchyroll and I came up with together in 2016 that teaches you about anime to help you understand and love it better. The first season was all based on common Japanese terminology and tropes in anime. The second season was all about the different anime studios that make your favorite shows come to life. And this third season we premiered is about animation in anime, which is super high level inside baseball. And I personally learned a lot, especially reading this third season. And actually, the first episode of season 3 should already be available on Crunchyroll, so I'll leave a link in my description, so please check it out. Back to Anime EXPO. Right, okay, day 1. Then I did some, translating and interpreting work, which I am always so happy to do. And this was separate from Anime EXPO itself. It's just something I do with Crunchyroll. This is the executive producer of the app game Grand Summoners, Yamagishi-san, and Siobhan and I got to talk to him about his new collaboration with One Punch Man. I'm so happy to have met Yamagishi-san because he's so pure and just loves what he does, and it reminded me, or rather reassured me, that I'm in the right career. I really love translating for people that are extremely passionate about their work, and he's just a nerd living his dream, and you should have seen how unbelievably happy he was to see how many people downloaded his game on the spot. He had a lot of gifts prepared for people that would do such a thing, and then he ran out of them because so many people downloaded the game at the time, and he was just so ecstatic, and he was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I'm so happy, and it was just so beautiful. Presentation お疲れ様でした。素晴らしかったです。And now, the craziest thing for me was my signing. In past anime expos, I've had meetups and signings at booths like Loot Anime and my family's booth, or with Crunchyroll, and I've only ever had programmed signings where I'm a guest of the convention with SourceFed or like Super Panic Frenzy. I've never had an official one that is just mine before, so this was big. Before I get further into this, I want to thank everybody who came to my meetup so much. Thank you so much for coming. I'm about to start my signing, and I can kind of see silhouettes of people waiting out there, so it's really cool. But also I want to show you this. Ryan printed these for me, and they're my banner illustrations that Star did for me in postcard form. So I'm gonna be giving these out here during my signing at Anime Expo. You actually had to go outside and get a ticket and then line up again at my table for the signing, and the fact that so many of you did that, and then a bunch of you waited even more because they ran out of my standby tickets, thank you so much. Meetups and signings are tiring, but they are so important to me, and the most meaningful exchanges happen for me when meeting you guys. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy Anime Expo schedules to come see me. A few years ago, I met a little Asian girl during one of my meetups at VidCon, and she told me that I was the first Asian female that she's ever looked up to because she thought I was funny and unafraid to speak my mind. I've never shared that before publicly because it sounds extremely arrogant coming from my mouth, but it is one of the most important pivotal experiences I've had in this career. I didn't look up to any single Asian person in the Western media when I was growing up, other than like Jackie Chan, but that's really not relatable. But as somebody that didn't look up to any other Asians because there weren't any in the media, I never thought much of it until I met this girl. To even be thought of as some form of positive influence to this one girl, where we share the same race and therefore a bunch of the same traits, and therefore maybe a bunch of the same hardships because of it, really moved me and gave me such an immense sense of Asian pride. That's why I'll always do these meetups during conventions, and I'll stay to meet all of you if you lined up and waited for me and if the circumstances allow for it. My experience with this girl from many years ago was just one of 1,000 of incredible conversations and memories that you've provided for me, and I can't always remember your names, but please know that I take my time to talk to you and that I'm grateful for every second you give me, whether it's here on my videos or when we meet in real life, but especially when we meet in real life. And yeah, I did another panel later that night with Crunchyroll, which was CrunchyCast Live, and it is always just so fun and easy because we're all just friends that basically watch the same anime, so we just get to talk about what we're watching and kind of shit on it a little bit, which you kind of have to because sometimes anime sucks. And then my last day was a dream. I got to cosplay with Camille, who you might recognize from some of my older videos if you've been watching me for that long, but she is one of my most important friends ever. She keeps me honest and positive and competitive and strong, and she's so freakishly talented. Actually, you should check out her cosplay Instagram and her artist Instagram. She always has a booth at Artist Alley, and this year she had a bunch of My Hero themed merch. So I got this mug. Look at how cute. Oh my gosh. She's so good. Oh yeah, and I forgot, I'm wearing one of her shirts. She made this breakfast shirt. I love it. So yeah, we cosplayed together and it was just so much fun because we found this Minetta, and I know everybody hates Minetta, but it was just kind of too perfect. And we also got to see Stella Chu and Dustin and Pri and Eric and all the Strawberry Sensor girls, and it was like a little baby reunion for me. I was so overjoyed. I started tearing up. I think it was seeing so many of my friends achieve so much success and the way we all cheered each other on and congratulated each other, and the fact that we're all still the same. We just love anime and cosplay and just want to take sexy photos and dress each other up and choreograph poses with each other. I guess I just forgot how happy cosplaying with friends made me. I don't know why I ever forgot that. I got busy? I don't know. So I want to share just one last thing. Camille wrote this as her caption in her Instagram post about her Anime Expo experience this year, and it kills me every time, and I just have to share it with you. Where are you, Camille? I'm looking at the wrong Instagram. This AX, I was mostly busy with my Artist Alley booth, Misu, but I was really happy to cosplay with friends. I used to cosplay alone and that was fun, but I think cosplaying with friends is truly the best. As we grow up and have less time to play, I really cherish the times we can get together and enjoy this hobby. Friends! I do just wish we had more time. Overall, obviously, but especially at Anime Expo, because it seems like such a perfect opportunity for everybody to be coming together from the world, and it seems like such an opportune time to hang out with everybody and see everybody and catch up, but there really simply isn't enough time. I got to see so many people, and I was surprised that I was even able to do that, but I want more. I got to really hang out with Cole, so that was amazing and great, but with like Mika and Joey and Aki and even Jeff and John, I only got to see everybody briefly if I wasn't like directly working with them, and that's a little unfortunate. So yeah, I just wish there was more time in life, I guess. So that was it. That was my Anime Expo 2018. It was beautiful and I will never forget it, thanks to you guys and Anime Expo. I hope I'll be invited again next year, but otherwise my next convention is RTX. I hope to meet a bunch of you guys there as well. Thank you so much for watching. Please like the video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comment section what anime you are currently watching. I am watching kind of a lot actually. I'm watching Asobi Asobase, which is bananas. dramas. I'm watching Free, Dive to the Future. I'm also watching Conan, as I always do. And I also, oh yeah, Cells at Work. It's so good. Cells at Work is very good. I started watching Hanebado as well. Not that into it somehow. I don't know how, but I'll give it a few more episodes. Let's see. I think that's it. Yeah, Cells at Work is excellent. As is Asobi Asobase. Yeah. Oh yeah, if you do talk about whatever anime in the comment section, please put a little spoiler warning if you intend to spoil. I would really appreciate that. And follow my social media like Twitter and Instagram to get weird daily posts like this. And otherwise, I'll see you in my next video. そんじゃまたね!